friend, thank you for joining me on today's video. This week we are on vacation in Panama City Beach, Florida, and we stayed at the Gulf Highlands Resort. We have along the grandparents, and it was just such a great week. All right, we're going to the beach. We've got a little bit of a walk, but this place is about half a mile walk to the beach, and currently the golf cart is not working, so the host is going to send a repair guy so we don't have to worry about walking. All right, so let's get to the beach. Day 2 at the beach, and we're back on.
I caught seaweed.
Oh, you did! Are we gonna put in the bucket?
Yeah.
So we're back on the beach and having some good times. So I've got hubby and 2 kids out in the ocean on the boogie boards, and I have the youngest here on the shoreline having some fun in the sun. So I wish I got a video of these little sand clams the day before. Some gentleman had walked up to us and he had the largest sand clam I had ever seen in my life. So I guess it's sand clam season. So we were able to catch some of the babies, and it was just really cool to see, and the kids loved it. But the one that we had yesterday was ginormous. So they can get pretty big, which I didn't realize they started out this small, so it was pretty cool. All right, so it is later on that day. We finally have the golf cart working, and so we are driving to the miniature golf course that is here at the resort. And this is just such one of the cool amenities that this resort had. It rained earlier, so it was flooded in many of the holes, but we just made the best of it. So this is the pool at the resort. I completely forgot to turn my camera on horizontal, but it was such a nice pool and a lot of fun. Here we are back at the beach the next day. So we just had all sorts of things that we can get into. My kids love being in the water. I'm not a swimmer, so I am so glad that my kids are not afraid of the water and I love to see them just play and have a good time. My zone is on the shoreline. Let's go back to the condo, get some stuff we forgot. Got some towels and one of the kids forgot their goggles, so we're gonna go back and get that. Straight, let's go get the golf cart. Okay, thank you. I'm actually going to go to one of the pools first because she may have forgotten her goggles at the pool last night. So I don't remember seeing them in the condo, so we're going to go swing by the pool and see if they're over there. And hopefully it's still there. If it's there, if not, I will be checking back at the condo. Here we are back at the condo. The goggles were not at the pool, so I did find them here, but I wanted to give you a quick tour of this condo. It was a 2 bedroom, 1.5 bath, and this is the master bedroom that my husband and I had. Actually had 2.5 baths, excuse me, because there was a bathroom in the master. And then you saw the bunk bed set up for the children. It had 3 spots for them to sleep on. And then downstairs is where the grandparents slept. They were able to have a nice little setup on that ginormous couch, which they said was very comfortable. But I think next year we will try to get a 3 bedroom, just to make everyone comfortable and privacy, in their own bedroom. But overall, this was such a cute and cozy condo. It had all the amenities. It had a barbecue. It had even a washer and dryer. And then they also provided beach chairs and miniature golf equipment. And it was just so well stocked. All right, so found her goggles and got more towels. Let's head back to the beach. Let's talk about beach etiquette for a second. And I just can't stand seeing the amount of butt cheeks hanging out. The modesty is seriously lacking, and nobody want to see that. So it's so sad that women today feel the need to hang it all out with no modesty. And that just shows you where our culture is today. As much as we love going to the beach, we have a good time, we have to deal with the lack of clothing, and it's not easy. It's not easy. We just teach our children all the time about modesty and also self-control. And yeah, so how do you guys handle that when you go to the beach? How do you deal with all the lack of clothing that you see around you? You know, you just gotta do your best to try to ignore it and enjoy your vacation on the beach. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. The kids love coming to the beach and playing in the sand and building sandcastles. So, a few years ago, before one of our beach vacations, we watched a ton of YouTube video tutorials about how to build proper sandcastles. So, some of the videos that we watched was actually from a professional castle builder, and he gave all the tips and tricks and tools and things that you need to build a proper sandcastle. So I would say they have worked so hard to master that technique and they've done a good job. So if you're watching my son here, he's packing in the sand and he pours water in it. So the water actually helps the sand compact and kind of stick like glue. So then he taps it around the edges and then he's going to pull up ever so slowly. And then you'll see that once he does that, everything sticks and stays. So it's pretty brilliant. And they were so excited about their creation. They made a Super Mario castle. I think it was Bowser's castle. So there's Bowser right there in the middle. I don't know if you can tell who that is, but it's Bowser. And they had so much fun and it's brilliant. I love it. We went to Hammerhead Fred's restaurant, which was really good. And then later on that night, we took a stroll on the beach for the sunset, which was beautiful. We had such a good time that day. We went and got some seashells down at the beach at night, which I highly recommend doing because it's so much fun. But I just wanted to thank you so much for joining me here today, friends. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you've watched this video all the way through, please leave me a tulip down in the comments. I'll see you next time, friend. Bye.